Hello, my name is Tom Cook. I'll tell you a bit about myself in a few minutes. First, our company has a strong culture of safety. And one of the things that we do to live out that culture of safety is to start every talk, every meeting by offering a safety message. And so I'm going to do the same today. And here's my safety message for you. If we're being honest with ourselves, everyone would admit that we're tempted to do more than we should on our cell phone while driving. There's no escaping the truth. Texting, chatting, interacting with your cell phone while driving is dangerous. And yes, you're young, but you're not immortal. If you text while driving today, I beg you to stop. It's dangerous. If you currently do not text while driving, great. Keep it that way, okay? Great. So it's a good day to have a good day. I want to thank you for the opportunity to speak to your group, and it's my hope that I can share a few thoughts that will cause you to think. Rather than to tell you what to think, I believe in fact, I know it's far more important to offer thoughts that cause people to think, to ponder and wonder, than to simply tell them what they should think or believe. And giving advice is dangerous and often a waste of time. I do not believe that everyone would welcome a speaker who says, gather around and let me tell you how to live your life. Ugh. So I'm going to ask you a favor. Don't believe anything I say. Do not believe anything I say. Rather, I simply ask that you listen, and if something resonates or stirs something in your mind, continue to think about it. Learning is an inside job, and I encourage you to be a lifelong learner, to be continuously curious, always. Not to be cruel or blunt, yet have you considered that in today's internet age, ignorance is self-inflicted? I read that somewhere and it stuck because it's true. Let's just get a few fundamental points out on the table. You are in charge of you. The world bats last. As I tell our employees, get your hands out of your pockets, play heads up ball, and learn more than you're taught. We are in a world economy. You're just not simply a part of FCCLA at your local school or in Nebraska or in the USA for that matter. Global trade, global communication, global sharing of ideas, it is all increasing and improving. Are you? So if I were you, I'd be wondering about who is Tom Cook and why should I listen to anything he says? Well, first of all, if you like what I said, you can thank me. If you do not like it, you can blame the Pischel family, because that's why I'm here. I think some of you probably know the Pischels, a great family. So who's Tom Cook and why would you listen to me? And if you're thinking that, hey, that's good because you're already thinking. I'm going to quickly give you a bit of my background, and then I want to share a few points, principles, if you will, that I think are interesting and important to me, and I hope they stir some thoughts in you. So I was born and raised on probably like many of you, born and raised on a diversified crop and livestock farm, primarily a dairy in west central Illinois. And it's quite a rural part of Illinois, and not unlike, I know, much of Nebraska. We were over an hour from a town over 5,000, and thanks to our creeks and woods and hills and hollers, the largest field on our home farm is 27 acres. I'm one of 8 kids. We heated with wood. My 92-year-old dad still does with the help of my brothers. My mom kept 3 gardens, and as a kid, online meant she was doing laundry, or as we'd say it, she's doing the wash. I was in 7th grade before my parents broke down and accepted a used TV from my grandparents. Mom and Dad were sticklers for getting good grades, and Dad used to say that we did not have a TV because of poverty. And that was not material poverty. Rather, he was concerned about what he called poverty of the mind. And looking back, I marvel that while none of us went to preschool and only my youngest brother went to kindergarten, all 8 of us could read before we entered 1st grade. There were 78 kids in my graduating high school class. I think that's the largest ever. And to the best of my knowledge, less than 10 of us went right from high school into college. I decided to try something different after the second cutting of hay when I think I was the only person in the hay mow. I know I was the only person in the hay mow. Some of you probably know the deal. Hay mow's almost full, only room for a half a load. My brothers are throwing bales on the elevator end to end with the tractor at a fast idle. I think it was close to 100 degrees in the shade. Wasps were buzzing around me. It was past dinner time. I was hungry, and to top it off, I had to go to the bathroom. So after dinner, I filled out an application for Black Hawk East Community College. I walked it down the lane and I put it in a mailbox. I flipped up the flag and I waited. Little did I know that I think they took everybody, but so what? I was accepted. I went on to a state college, and while I was a VOAG instructor in Highland, Illinois, I finished an MED or a Master's in Education at the University of Illinois. And by the way, not to take anything away from anybody with an MED, but back then, if you could prove you could milk a cow with both hands, you could get an MED. So after teaching 3 years, which is probably the most important job I will ever have, I worked in sales for the checkerboard for 6 years and then accepted a position with Hubbard Feeds in marketing. And I held several marketing and product management roles, including serving as our U.S. marketing manager for several years. And we were purchased by Alltech in June 2015. And today, I'm fortunate to serve as our Director of Organizational Development for our Alltech Feed division, which is comprised of several feed companies and divisions around North America, South America, Europe, Australia. Perhaps you've heard of Hubbard Feeds or Crystalex or Biomass. That's a few of our more popular brands or products in this area. Company-wide, we have some 95 facilities around the world. We do business in over 120, and I love the international aspect of our company. And my role is to do what I can to help individuals, teams, and our organization improve. That's enough about me. I tell you that in the hopes that there just might be a person listening who's blessed to be what I'd say, blessed to be from a rural area, who did the very same thing I did. You know, out in the fields raking hay, looking up at the contrails of the jets thinking, wow, where are they going? I wonder what they're doing. I bet that's exciting. Well, be careful of what you wish for. Pre-COVID, I spent a lot of time flying, and I found myself sitting in one of those tin cans in the sky looking down, wondering if there was a hayfield where they would let me take a few rounds. And that leads to my first point that I'd like you to ponder. Happiness is an inside job. Happiness is an inside job. My wish for people isn't that they be rich or not, multiple degrees or not, great house, wonderful trips, or not. My wish for people is that they be happy. And happiness is unique to the individual. So what is it that you think or that you want that would make you happy? Have you thought about it? As you ponder the question, keep in mind the saying, that which is essential is invisible to the eye. Have you ever heard that achieving a goal isn't as much fun as the journey, the struggle? I used to sort of be into mountain climbing, never terribly serious. You're never going to see me on a nature channel. I have been over 17,000 feet plus on a failed summit attempt, I might add. You know, with 60-year-old knees and a hip that seems to complain more and more, my climbing days are long gone. I don't know if you've climbed a mountain. I don't know if you've been over 15,500 or 16,000. It takes a lot of preparation, and while on the climb, it can be strenuous. And I kind of liken it to this. Try breathing through a straw as you're running as fast as you can on rocky ground in a snowstorm with my 90-mile-an-hour winds. Kind of crazy, isn't it? If you're fortunate enough to summit, you enjoy it for a bit, and then you head back down before the wind blows you off, or it gets too dark and you injure yourself, or you get lost on your way back down. I find more happiness in the struggle, in the journey, than in reaching the summit. Now, having goals is important. Reaching goals is important, and happiness is an inside job. My wish for you is that you're happy. What is that for you? What does happiness look like? What does happiness sound like for you? What steps should you take today, tomorrow, that will best position you for the opportunity to be on the path to happiness? In reading about the Family, Career, Community Leaders of America, you offer programs and contests and opportunities for members to develop real-world skills, college or career-ready, making a difference, families, careers, and communities. I think that is fantastic. Careers are important, communities are important, and I believe families are fundamentally important. If you're blessed with a great family, well, you know, you're blessed. No family is perfect, and if you happen to come from a, shall I say, significantly less than perfect family, then my challenge for you is to be the change for those who come after you? Good question to ponder is why not? Why not be the change for those who come after you? Pope John Paul II said that families are the essential, the first cell of human civilization, and I couldn't agree more. Healthy kids come from healthy families, and healthy families lead to healthy communities with satisfying careers, and I applaud the FCCLA. My next point to ponder has to do with the word respect. Why respect? Because I think it is an important skill or attitude to acquire in life. And if it seems like I'm getting excited about it, I am. And that's because I am talking to myself. I need help from time to time in the area of respect. We all do. I came across a concept in a program called Crucial Conversations regarding respect that I want to share with you. And I wish I had learned this earlier in life. No matter, we can all start today. Crucial Conversations is a program that helps you have a productive conversation, a free flow of relevant information, a productive conversation when the stakes are high, opinions vary, and in other words, when you have the adrenaline flowing. You're excited, you're stressed, you're borderline angry, and you're also not thinking very well. Humans, we have a design flaw, maybe not a flaw, but a design feature. And it has to do with the fight or flight response when we're faced with a danger or a perceived primal threat to our survival. There's a sudden release of hormones, and it triggers, among other things, adrenaline. And our heart starts to beat faster. We get that feeling of butterflies in our stomach. Skin gets clammy, and there's a physiological reason. Fight or flight. These two options mean that we need blood in our large muscle groups in our arms and our legs. If we have a limited blood supply, so where do our arm and leg muscles get the blood? Well, that weird feeling in your stomach, your body shunts blood from your digestive system and puts it into use so you can fight or flight. That clammy feeling, your body shunts blood from your skin and sends it to your arms and legs. Well, so far so good. Do you know where else your body gets blood? From your brain. And not only that, the higher reasoning portion of your brain. And so that means we go into a power-packed, crucial conversation where we need all of our mental faculties, and we have the brain wattage of a rhesus monkey. What does that have to do with respect? Well, here's the deal. Your ability to communicate with others, friends, classmates, family members at work, wherever, it is vital to your success. And not all conversation or communication is just easy chit chat. Some of it's crucial. That's a stressful or important conversation. And if you're having a crucial conversation and the other person feels disrespected, no matter if it was intended or not, the conversation is over. So I have a question. I've been speaking to you maybe 5-10 minutes, and I do not know the size of the room you're in, and it really doesn't matter, but question, have any of you had the thought since I've been talking? Thank goodness for air. Thank goodness. I doubt it. So let's pretend that I could seal off the room you're in and instantly suck out all of the air. Now, how long would it take you to start thinking about air? Not very long, right? Well, here's the deal. When communicating, respect is like air. Take it away, and it's all the other person can think about. I know. Sometimes we get up on the wrong side of the bed, and sometimes someone disrespects us, and we feel a little on edge, and we're just itching for a fight, and it feels good to rip into someone. Is that communication? Is that a free flow of relevant information? Is it enjoyable in the long run for either of you? Is it productive? Does it help us, either of us, get what we really want? Have you ever asked, what would a normal and reasonable person do, and then behave in that manner? Do not let adrenaline get the best of you and take control of your communication. We have a choice. We have a choice between the time something happens, a stimuli, if you would, and our response. And yes, that window of choice is quick. It can be fleeting, and it is there. You've probably heard the statement, we cannot control what happens. We can learn to control our response. And just like everything else, you can make a choice. You can reject that statement, or you can accept it. The choice is yours. Which choice do you think will lead to better communication? What is it that you really want? I will add that respect extends into our online communication, our virtual world. It's really easy to hide behind a screen and hurl what I call electronic spitwads. And as much as the other person, I love and I enjoy discussing economics and geopolitical issues, monetary, fiscal policy, theology, heck, fishing, hunting, whatever. And I absolutely know that I have been disrespectful at times. Lots of times, if we're being honest. In my case, my disrespectfulness is not limited to electronic communication or my virtual world, if you will. I can be plenty disrespectful face to face. We are all in this together. No woman or man is an island. We're herd animals, and we need each other. Be respectful. Robert Fulghum says that we should hold hands as we cross the street of life. And I think that is a beautiful thought, and it starts by being respectful with each other. If in doubt, give kindness a try, even if it's just electrons floating on a screen. 2 more points to ponder. It's not unusual for people in our company to visit with me seeking career advice, and I am the last person on the planet they should visit with, as I really did not have a clear career plan. My dad used to always say that, hustle, you get your hands out of your pockets, play heads up ball, and learn more than you're taught. I've tried to follow that advice, but I can't say that I had a clear plan. There's a saying I like, and it's that adults ask kids what they want to be when they grow up, because we, the adults, we're looking for ideas. And here's my career advice then. Be curious. Be a lifelong learner. Find something you are interested in, something hopefully you enjoy, something you are good at, something that other people are willing to pay for, and work at it. Get good. Work hard and get really good. And you know what? You'll become passionate. I love the story about a violinist who just finished a brilliant, beautiful concert, and a fan rushed up to them and gushed, "Oh, I'd give my life to play like that." And the violinist looked at him and said, "I did." My screensaver is a picture from the back of an old farmer with bib overalls walking up a lane on a farmstead. And it says, "Opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed in overalls and looks a lot like work." I'll repeat, opportunity is missed by most people because it's dressed in overalls and looks a lot like work. That saying is attributed to Thomas Edison. If you know anything about Edison, you probably know he did not let failure stop him. He worked long hours, and he said his success was due to 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. I think there's a lesson there. As a farm kid, I always thought that those who worked in town, they must have it easy. I can now tell you that working in town can have its challenges. And I do not know what you want to do in life. I don't know if college is right for you or not. Some of my high school classmates who did not go to college and who are, only welders or truck drivers who work at the hardware store and are just dang good parents, tremendous little league coaches, they seem to feel badly. And at class reunions, they might even say things like, I didn't amount to much. I think they could not be more wrong. A life of happiness, a life where you respect others and are respected, a life where you leave this world a better place. At Alltech, we call it our planet of plenty. I'd love to say I think that is a life well lived. You are capable of more than you imagine. What holds us back? Usually fear. Fear of failure. Perhaps fear of what other people are going to say. Fear of the unknown. I'm here to ask you, what would you do if you did not have fear? What scares you? Can you find something to do that's a bit scary every day? Can you read a book about something where you disagree with the author? Can you visit with people who think differently than you do, simply seeking to understand and not to convince? Can you enter the danger bit? Do things, try things that make you feel a bit uncomfortable. Don't be stupid and don't take the danger thing too far. I got to say, though, I sometimes think the notion that you have to find your passion and it has to be exciting is, that's not bunk, but it's not as easy said than done. And if I had any career advice to offer, it would be grounded maybe in a bit more reality. Bloom where you're planted. You respect yourself, and that might be the most important type of respect of all. I'm going to wrap up with one last point to ponder, and that is on the importance of gratitude. You know, folks, if you're feeling miserable and you want to help yourself, go help someone else and you will feel better. The other thing you can do if you're feeling down is to experience the emotion of gratitude. Why? Well, here's why. Gratitude is a bit of a unique emotion. You know, there are a number of emotions that we can experience really quite easily, and they seem to come to us. In fact, we can't hardly even stop them. Feel, anger and greed and maybe love or fear. We do not have to do anything and wham, bam, we're angry or we're surprised or a number of other emotions. Gratitude, on the other hand, is a bit different. We can experience gratitude naturally, and we can actually increase the amount of gratitude we experience when we practice the art of being grateful. You know, for me, practicing the art of being grateful is easy at Thanksgiving. I enjoy Thanksgiving, sharing time with family and friends, playing a good game of cards, maybe enjoying a good, hearty, respectful debate, discussion. Feeling grateful is a great feeling. It lifts us. It makes us appreciate things more. When we feel grateful, we feel better. Humans are interesting. In fact, humans are fascinating. Physically, I'm feeling great today. No sickness whatsoever. And I thought, I am grateful for my health today. No, I haven't. Just wait until the next time I'm sick. I'll be thinking, man, if I could just get over this cold, then I'll be happy. Human nature, right? Sad, isn't it? You know, for some reason, we are not hardwired to feel gratitude the same way other emotions seem to flood over ourselves, seemingly uncontrollable. So what do we do about it? Well, we should practice the art of being grateful. And what does that mean? It means that we need to proactively think about things for which we should be and can be grateful. Who would like to enter the day in a more positive frame of mind? Well, practice the art of gratitude while you're brushing your teeth, and your entire day will be elevated. Who would like to experience better sleep where you go to sleep almost as fast as your head hits the pillow? Practice the art of gratitude as you're getting ready for bed, and you will go to sleep with less stress. Are you facing another tough week? Well, go into it with a more positive frame of mind by practicing the art of being grateful at the beginning of the week, and you will find that your week goes better. You might be wondering, well, how do I practice the art of being grateful? All it takes is for you to pause, still your mind, ponder a bit on what it is you have that you can be or should be experiencing the emotion of gratitude. What is it that you could be grateful for? The list is endless. You can do what you want. I have such a bad memory, I have to plug this into my Outlook calendar. So every Sunday morning, every Sunday at 5 a.m., a message pops up on my calendar. I am grateful for blank. Now, I'm rarely up at 5 a.m. on a Sunday. I will see it sometime during the day, pause, think, what is it that I should be grateful? And I start thinking of things, and you think of one, two, maybe three things, and it is a great way to enter into the week. No matter the stuff, the crap going on in your life, you can find things to be grateful for. And when you do, that positive feeling will help crowd out and calm negative emotions you might be feeling. So pause and think and finish the sentence. I am grateful for. So there you have it. Happiness is an inside job. Respect is like air. Take it away and the conversation is over. Try something that scares you a bit. Take a good risk. Work hard. Keep your hands out of your pocket, play heads up ball, and learn more than you're taught. And finish the following statement. I am grateful for. I want to wish you and the FCCLA organization's success. Thank you for taking the time to listen, and thank you most of all for actually pondering these points. You'll often hear people say, have a good day. Let's change that up a bit and say, make it a good day. Thank you.